Stop scrolling right now because one of the biggest warnings in women's MMA has just surfaced, and it isn't coming from a fighter or a coach. It came from Joe Rogan. The target of that warning is former UFC superstar Ronda Rousey, and the fighter at the center of it is Kayla Harrison.
That's a brutal thing that they do, man. Like Kayla Harrison, who just won the bantamweight title, she is so big.
To Rogan, the game has changed. This is no longer the era Rousey once dominated. A new generation has arrived, and Kayla Harrison may be the perfect symbol of it. Joe Rogan described Harrison as a completely different kind of athlete. Not just powerful, but physically overwhelming. When Rogan speaks like that, people listen because he has watched every era of mixed martial arts evolve from the inside. He has seen pioneers rise, champions fall, and divisions transform. His point was simple. Kayla Harrison is built for modern MMA in a way that few fighters are. To understand the warning, you have to understand Harrison's resume.
Kayla Harrison. Yes. Called her back now. Transfer. Got time. Good for Holly. Holly needs to clear it. Yeah, you cannot be there. Look at this. Yeah, Kayla's strong though. I hate top big shots. Allow for Holly to get all the way back to her back. You see that? You get stuck there. You gotta use that. Your advantage. Oh boy. Big shot. I mean, they're looking a little tired.
Yourself like that. This is not a rapper. I'm This is cool second. Plenty cognac and major pain. Not the drill sergeant, but the special that way you know your brain. It was PL boogie, yeah, lucky. Right down road, got ugly whip in your hand. The window
And he is a two-time Olympic gold medalist in judo, one of the most accomplished grapplers to ever enter MMA. She built a dominant professional career through pressure, control, and relentless top-game violence. She does not simply take opponents down. She traps them there, drains them, and punishes them until the fight breaks apart. Once Harrison gains top position, many opponents have no answer. Then there is Ronda Rousey, one of the most important names in women's combat sports history. Rousey changed the UFC forever. She was the pioneer who brought women's MMA into the mainstream and became a global star through explosive finishes and devastating armbar submissions. At her peak, she was untouchable. Opponents
around Ronda Rousey. Already going for the armbar. Belly down armbar here.
Oh my goodness.
This is unbelievable if she gets in here.
Holy cow, that's dislocated.
It's over. Unbelievable. Ronda Rousey does it again.
That left arm out of danger. Ronda's slowly spinning her around.
Still working for it.
She's in trouble.
Oh,
She did it. She taps. She taps.
Ronda Rousey remains the UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion.
Seconds. And explode and get her arm out of there.
Rousey, more pressure.
She's fighting for it. To get it.
It's all over. Once again, first round armbar finish for the champion, Ronda Rousey.
Looked defeated the moment the cage door closed. But time changes every sport. MMA evolved rapidly after Rousey's reign. Fighters became more complete. Wrestling improved. Striking advanced. Conditioning reached another level. Athletes entered the sport with broader skill sets and stronger physical tools. That is where Rogan's warning becomes serious. Rousey once represented the future, but Harrison may represent the evolution of everything that came after. If the two ever fought in their primes, it would be one of the most fascinating stylistic matchups in women's MMA history. Judo versus judo. Control versus control. But Harrison brings greater size, crushing pressure, and years of development in a more evolved era of the sport. Rousey relied on speed, explosiveness, and quick submissions. Harrison often breaks opponents slowly, round by round, until resistance disappears. But the story does not end there. Kayla Harrison also made headlines for something completely different. Her comments about rising PFL star Dakota Ditchiva. Instead of trash talk or dismissal, Harrison offered pure respect. She called Ditchiva a killer.
Gone behind your teammate Dakota Ditchiva. First off, what do you think of her performances so far this year?
Oh, she's a killer. She's a killer. She's the future of MMA, and I think that she's only getting better. She's young, she's hungry, she's disciplined, she's motivated. She's got a good head on her shoulder.
The future of MMA, and one of the most dangerous strikers in the sport today. That praise carries weight because it comes from someone who has shared locker rooms, seen elite talent up close, and competed at the highest level. Harrison understands what real danger looks like. So when she praises Ditcheva's striking, speed, and discipline, fans pay attention. Ditcheva has built a reputation through violent Muay Thai-based offense. Knees to the body, sharp combinations, and fast finishes have turned her into one of the most talked-about names outside the UFC. She does not just win fights, she damages opponents and forces attention. That creates a fascinating future possibility. Harrison versus Ditcheva. Grappler versus striker. Olympic judo versus elite Muay Thai. Pressure versus chaos. Control versus destruction. Harrison's comments suggest she sees exactly how dangerous that matchup could be. And then there is the biggest headline of all. Harrison has openly discussed a possible super fight with Amanda Nunes, one of the greatest women fighters ever. A clash between Nunes and Harrison would be legacy versus momentum, GOAT status versus new dominance. If it ever happened, it would instantly become one of the biggest women's MMA fights ever made. So now the questions are endless. Could Ronda Rousey handle the modern force that is Kayla Harrison? Is Dakota Ditcheva truly the next great striker in women's MMA? And can Harrison defeat Amanda Nunes to cement herself in history? One thing is clear, women's MMA is entering a new era. Old legends, current champions, and rising killers are all colliding at once. And when names like Rogan, Harrison, Rousey, Ditcheva, and Nunes are all in the same conversation, something massive is coming next. Stop scrolling right now because the UFC heavyweight champion just made a shocking prediction about the biggest fight in women's MMA history, and the name he backed was Kayla Harrison. The legend standing across from her is Amanda Nunes, and the man making the call is Tom Aspinall. According to Aspinall, Kayla Harrison doesn't just compete with Amanda Nunes, she beats her. That one statement instantly sent shockwaves through the MMA world. Tom Aspinall didn't hesitate when asked about the dream matchup. He praised Kayla Harrison's physique, calling her absolutely jacked, physically overwhelming, and one of the strongest athletes in women's MMA. Then came the bold prediction. He believes she defeats Amanda Nunes. Coming from the UFC heavyweight champion, those words carry serious weight because Aspinall understands power, pressure, and what a...
And then after I whoop up on Amanda, then I'm going to fight.
Listen, I'm going to give Amanda as much time as she needs to prepare. I want her to be the best her. I'm going to be the best me. We're going to go in there and make some absolute magic in the women's division. We're going to break some records and make some history, and we're both going to make a lot of money doing it. And we're going to bring women's MMA to a whole new level.
Elite athleticism looks like. This fight is far bigger than a normal title matchup. It's legacy versus momentum. Kayla Harrison is a two-time Olympic gold medalist, dominant champion, and one of the most feared grapplers in combat sports. Amanda Nunes is the undisputed GOAT of women's MMA, the woman who conquered 2 divisions and destroyed some of the biggest names in the sport. This would be the current monster against the greatest champion of all time. Originally, many fans believed this super fight would happen sooner, but everything changed when Kayla Harrison suffered a serious neck injury. Reports revealed she was dealing with herniated discs and struggled physically before surgery. That temporarily paused everything. But now she is slowly returning, and suddenly the dream fight feels alive again. So why is Tom Aspinall so confident in Harrison? It comes down to physical dominance. Kayla Harrison is not just skilled, she is built differently. Her Olympic-level judo, crushing takedowns, relentless top control, and brutal ground and pound make her a nightmare matchup for anyone. If she gets on top, she doesn't just control opponents, she breaks them mentally and physically. That creates the biggest danger Amanda Nunes has faced in years. Amanda is explosive, technical, experienced, and carries fight-ending power in both hands. She has knocked out legends, submitted champions, and proven herself in every kind of battle. But Harrison presents something unique: overwhelming size, relentless clinch pressure, and elite grappling strength that could neutralize striking advantages. If Amanda keeps the fight standing, her speed, counters, and knockout power could take over. If Kayla drags the fight into wrestling exchanges and top control, everything changes. That is why this matchup is so dangerous and why fans are obsessed with it. It's not just about who is better, it's about whose style wins first. Tom Aspinall's prediction may also represent something bigger than one fight. Amanda Nunes symbolizes the dynasty that ruled women's MMA for years. Kayla Harrison represents the new era: stronger athletes, deeper wrestling backgrounds, advanced conditioning, and complete mixed martial arts systems. This is old guard versus new blood. Dana White knows exactly how massive this fight would be. If both women are healthy and ready, it could headline one of the biggest UFC cards in history. It has champion aura, GOAT status, legacy pressure, and crossover attention that extends beyond MMA fans. If Amanda Nunes wins, she adds one final masterpiece to an already perfect legacy and reminds the world why she is untouchable. If Kayla Harrison wins, she doesn't just beat a legend, she takes the throne and becomes the new face of women's MMA. That's why Tom Aspinall's words matter so much. He didn't just make a prediction. He may have predicted the next ruler of the division. So now the question is yours. Is Tom Aspinall right? Does Kayla Harrison overpower Amanda Nunes and begin a new era, or does Amanda remind everyone why legends never die? Drop your prediction below. Harrison or Nunes? I'm coming for that belt. Everybody knows I fought for the belt before, but I'm only getting better and I'm ready to make another run. Here I come. Tatiana Suarez just sent a message, and it wasn't subtle. After a dominant victory that reminded the UFC exactly who she is, Suarez turned her attention toward one of the hottest rising names outside the promotion, Dakota Ditchiva. And when Tatiana Suarez starts talking like that, everybody listens. On April 11, 2026, at UFC 327 in Miami, Tatiana Suarez returned to the cage and made a massive statement. Facing the durable and dangerous Lupita Godinez, Suarez didn't just win, she finished her with a rear-naked choke in round 2. Even more shocking, she became the first fighter ever to stop Godinez inside the distance. That's not just a win. That's domination. The fight didn't start easy. Early on, Suarez got clipped with a clean right hand and was briefly in real danger. But champions don't panic under pressure, they adapt. Suarez immediately changed the pace, closed the distance, imposed her wrestling, and once the fight hit the mat, the momentum completely shifted. From there, it was total control. That's what makes Tatiana Suarez so dangerous. Elite wrestling, suffocating pressure, constant positional control. Once she gets opponents down, they don't get back up easily. She drains confidence, breaks rhythm, and forces mistakes. Then when the opening appears, she finishes. It's technical violence mixed with championship composure. This victory also meant redemption. In 2025, Suarez suffered the first loss of her career in a title fight against Zhang Weili. Many wondered if the setback would slow her rise. Instead, she came back stronger. First she beat Amanda Lemos, then she submitted Lupita Godinez. That's how elite fighters answer doubt. Now look at the facts. Tatiana Suarez owns a 13-1 record, elite grappling credentials, multiple submission finishes, and improving striking. When she